There are some really good games that you might have played way back and you probably really enjoyed them, but as time passed and other titles emerged on the market, you totally forgot about the gaming titles that you've been spending your free time on tens of years ago. And since it would be a pity for them to remain totally forgotten, we decided to put together a revival list, including the most incredible PlayStation 2 games that you probably didn't think much about up until now. A surprisingly simple game with unpretentious gameplay, Ico was always intended to offer an immersive experience where the players would have to discover what the controls do all by themselves, and also learn how to solve the puzzles they encountered along the way. Based on the age-old boy meets girl trope, Ico is one of the most beautifully simple games ever released on the market, and it definitely deserves to be forever cherished by gamers. Okami is often regarded as one of the most visually spectacular video games ever created, its ink painting inspired graphics being highly appreciated by critics and gamers alike. On top of this already exquisite trait, the storyline inspired by Japanese myths, legends, and folklore tells the beautiful and compelling story that keeps the players totally engaged throughout the gameplay. Okami is just one of those games that gets better and better with time. Designed by the special effects artist of Jurassic Park and Terminator, The Suffering was a total freak show of intense gore and violence, shocking the audience with its hideous monsters and intense moments where you had to fight for your life with every ounce of strength that was left in you. With fast-paced gameplay and a horror setting that keeps you permanently in suspense, The Suffering is a game in which it's impossible to get bored. The original Monster Hunter title was released in 2004, and it was just the beginning of a franchise that would later release other entertaining games where players get to measure their strength versus immense monsters that knowing nothing else but to destroy everything in their way. The adrenaline-filled gameplay of this game, as well as the diversity of the creatures encountered in this title, made gamers want to constantly go out for more and gather as many monster trophies as possible. When it was first released, Beyond Good and Evil was kind of an overlooked title, people not paying much attention to it and only a few gamers being curious enough to give it a try. But with the prequel now looming over the horizon, the public surely got suddenly more interested in it. However, the original PlayStation 2 title was a fairly enjoyable action-adventure and should have gotten way more attention. Also known as Indigo Prophecy, this game title made a lot of waves when it was first released, and that's all thanks to the unique gameplay style that combined the third-person perspective from the first half with the cinematic QTE style from the ending. Fahrenheit starts out in a frenzy, throwing its players right into the middle of the action, making them the witness to a murder whose author they must find during the gameplay. 13's comic book art style is probably the most poignant aspect that comes to mind in the first few seconds when you think about this game. With an intriguing plot that revolves around the main character's quest for revenge against the people who framed him for murder, this game takes place through the beautifully drawn journey set in a myriad of stunning scenarios and unique places. Prisoner of War is the most atypical war game you'll ever have the joy of playing, its gameplay being entirely based on stealth, cunning, and planning. The player being unarmed and having to find the best way of walking past the guards and escape from the camp where he's being kept prisoner. Back when it was released, there was no other game like Prisoner of War, its close to reality plot giving it an intensely immersive gameplay. And this was our list showcasing 8 incredible PS2 games from the past, and we hope you enjoyed our video. If you did, please press the like button as we do appreciate it and it does help us immensely. We often ask our audience for suggestions to compile these lists, and if you'd like to contribute, please follow FragHero on Facebook. What other classic games do you remember from back in the day? Be sure to tell us in the comments below because we do try to read pretty much everything. Now would also be a good time to encourage you to subscribe because we upload new stuff all of the time, so subscribing will keep you up to date on all of our latest videos. You can also check out FragHero.com for more gaming related articles, but until next time, thanks for watching and have a great day.